Grade A 2023 San Antonio edition reaction therapy on the scene and us meeting Scrim and Ruby. Man, it actually happened. You don't want to miss this episode because we're going to go through our entire journey there to finally meet Scrim and happen to meet Ruby, but to be backstage, to do some things we never thought we would do and to be in an experience. It was a dream come true for me. Nick, that was a memory of a lifetime.
It was after the or during the concert. You're like, "This is a top 5 moment of my life." Like it's just.
It honestly was.
It was insane.
It was better than any experience I thought I could even have. To be completely fair, and we left that experience with me saying, "I'm good. I don't need to do anything." I was so fulfilled. Between the time we got to talk to Scrim and Ruby and the show, which was phenomenal, it was just a dream come true. I don't know what else to say. I want to show you all the video. I want to show you what we did. We want to talk about it. But this is your chance to go on a journey with us through almost 2 years in the making of me being able to listen and learn about Suicideboys and then to finally have this happen. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, it was amazing. I spent all day yesterday as we're recording this for a while editing this video. So we're going to react to a video that I made of the concert. We got a lot of footage thanks to Tom. He was filming like crazy.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm not a great filmer. I was so pumped about doing what we did, but I told myself, and I was thinking of you, that I need to do everything I can to capture the moment so that you could see everything we're doing.
Yeah.
And it was so important to me to be able to share that, but also to, obviously respect the privacy of Scrim and Ruby because we didn't video while we were sitting with them. They don't really even allow that. So we did have great moments with them. We're going to talk through all of what that experience was, but we wanted to video that. We wanted to put it together for you. And, he was Scrim. I mean, that was the whole reason we went. Scrim was the one who reached out to us and we sat and talked with them. We're going to go through it all. This is an experience. If you ever get the chance, you got to have it.
Yeah. So as y'all could probably tell by the length of this video, it's a long one. So get your popcorn, grab a Coke,
it's
or
worth
whatever
it.
you drink. And we're going to just go along with our Grade A 2023 San Antonio moment. So without further ado, let's go.
Here we go. There we are in the car heading out the driveway down the street to San Antonio. It's a 3-hour drive, by the way. All right, the adventure begins to Grade A San Antonio, Nick.
San Antonio.
We are on a journey to meet Scrim and Ruby. Hopefully, we will keep you posted. This is going to be fun. From Houston to San Antonio. We'll keep. By the way, I don't think I showed anybody my shirt.
Had the car navigation go off, so I cut it. And then obviously you can see Tom's shirt.
Look at this shirt, y'all. Had a special shirt. I had multiple shirts made for this, by the way. G59 for life. I'm sure that people didn't have any idea as we stopped it on the way. But hey, I love this.
Yeah, let's keep going.
That I made specially for the concert. G59 for life. Let's go, RT. All right, so no trip across Texas is complete until you head to Buc-ee's, y'all. You've got to go to Buc-ee's. It's got everything you've ever imagined. It's got the best bathroom you will ever go to in your life.
Definitely got to show all that.
And it's got every item of food or product that you want. Buc-ee's in Texas. I don't think it's anywhere else. We'll see it when you get inside. Here I am videoing. People wondering.
Like, what are you doing?
I mean, this place, you got to understand the ginormity of it.
This is actually a smaller Buc-ee's than normal. There are the restrooms.
That's a small Buc-ee's.
This is not the biggest Buc-ee's. I didn't film the restrooms. But this is just a sample of the nuts and pecans and things that they just put out. It's just everywhere. And here go the ices. Look at this. It's incredible. And also a bazillion icy flavors.
There I am.
Okay, so Nick is like loading up on the ices. Look at that. Look at all the flavors.
They have so many ice flavors.
So many flavors.
Yep, snacks.
snacks. Very unhealthy, I'm aware, but it's okay.
That's okay. So they have an entire
They
cooking
have barbecue,
section.
they have sandwich, they have fudge, they have
Soft drinks.
donuts.
Okay, we made it through Buc-ee's and
Made it.
we have the goods. Look, I'm just gonna show you right here real quick.
Tom wants to show his
I
chips
can
he
show you
got.
that.
Oh, they have
They're the
fresh baked
chips
chips, potato
that
chips,
are out of
which
this
I
world
love,
'cause they're
obviously.
fresh and they're hot. and
Also,
they're warm.
welcome to the inside of my
There
truck.
are our drinks. Nick got an icy, and I got iced tea. Not that anybody wants to know. Checking out my hat here. And on top of that, look, I'm just going to advertise real quick. If you ever go to Buc-ee's and don't get
God, they're
these,
so
there's a
good.
problem. These are literally the best. We call them beaver nuts, but they're actually bigger nut. Whatever. We call them
Bucky nuts.
Call them Bucky nuts. Whatever the heck
Bucky
we call
nuts.
them.
That's how you.
Thanks,
That's how
Nick.
you say.
Yeah.
See, he knows everything we do. Beaver, Bucky nuts, beaver nuggets, whatever they are crack cocaine, and you cannot get enough of these.
They honestly are. You
They
just
are
can't
that
stop
good.
eating them.
So good.
On to San Antonio.
go.
We are an hour away to our hotel, and
it.
then to the show. See you soon.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're going straight to the show. Ramirez. This is the first act of, by the way, 5.
All right, so here we are.
Initial
you can hear
acts.
us. Ramirez just played.
Look at the
We are
girl
in our
behind me.
seats,
I didn't
and
realize
actually-
they were in our picture. San Antonio, it was so packed. This is the first act too, second act.
are phenomenal. I cannot believe the seats we have. Thank you,
Look at
Scrim and
them.
Ruby. For
By the
giving
way, I
me-
want to say this. Shout out to one of the girls in the row behind us. Not this one, I don't think, but she messaged or made a comment on TikTok on one of my Suicide Boys videos and said, "I was right behind you in the row behind you."
might have been
It was
us,
so. It wasn't her. It was because she had a link to her page and it was somebody. Might have been the girl over there on the right. But yeah, so there were people all around us that didn't know who we
Yeah.
were until a little later. We'll tell you.
Right?
I think it's my first time here, right?
There's Freddie Dredd.
Freddie
It was his
Dredd.
First night on tour.
So they had Ramirez and then Cemetery, and then City Morgue, and then Freddie Dredd. So we
And then Ghostface.
skipped the next two, and then Freddie Dredd came in, who I loved, by the
I
way.
think I might have gotten this out of order. I think I did put a little bit of City Morgue.
Loved Freddie Dredd, and then Ghostmain, which we missed completely,
Yeah.
and then the boys.
This is fucking sick. Yo, make some fun. Dude, I'm so. This is my first official day on this fucking tour.
There will be curse words in this video.
Looks like such a regular dude.
He was really cool though.
Make some fucking noise for Ramirez.
All these intro people, like opening acts, and it was packed. Like there were tons of people.
What do we got? We got City Morgue next? Damn!
City Morgue was after. Okay,
No.
we did this.
And then we got Suicide Boys. What fucking tour am I? I'm so blessed. For everybody that came here for me, it means a lot. I hope you.
And to get something to drink.
I cried. All the openers.
Come on, motherfucker, come and run and give me money. I don't really think it's funny.
He was good.
That's the City Morgue. So
That's
this
City
is-
Morgue.
So this. Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Scott, who is Scrim. Like, I can't believe he just, we are on a first name basis at this point, but he was amazing to get us these tickets. He got us these tickets. It was 10th row ticket right in front of the stage there on the side where they come out. It was perfect viewing. Like,
And
thank you to
This
that.
is right before the security guard came to get us.
This was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, this is a whole story we go when the security guard comes. Because, by the way, Scrim was messaging us, me on the way of like, okay, where are you? Where are your tickets? And he's going to come get you at 8 o'clock. And they were supposed to go on like 8:30, but it turned out with 5 opening acts, there was no way. So it's going to probably be 9 o'clock. But so he's going to get you at 8 o'clock and just be in your seats. And it was like, cool. And I was freaking out. I was totally stressed, and just wondering, oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
City Morgue is crazy. They just go nuts.
There he is right here. Yeah. So he's right kind of in the middle. See the girl standing up with the long hair just over her head to the left.
Yeah, and funny enough,
a large man, 7-footer.
Huge. And he actually walked past our row. I'm like, oh no. And then he came back down and then asked somebody where the 10th row was.
Part of the problem was all the lights were on here, but they went off, and he was trying to find us with a flashlight.
Right
and
when
right
when all the lights were going.
So he was coming up, and I was trying not to I don't want to make him mad or anything, but I wanted to be able to video as much of this as I could. And anyway, here he comes. There he is, right there. Man, he was such a nice man. So nice. So kind, very soft-spoken, didn't say much.
I felt bad because he had to go to everybody.
Yep.
He had to wait for people to walk.
Pitt was going crazy, all doing the swinging their arms and legs at everybody. Then he starts coming up during the song, I think.
He had to wait for people to come down because people were trying to get down too. About this time, I was like, he's coming.
Yeah. We didn't know for sure, but he was such a large man that I figured this has to be him.
There it goes. Then he walked past.
Okay, so he picks us up. He's like, come on down with me.
He shined his flashlight on us.
Walk down to the floor. We go down this alleyway on the side and through the curtain, people, security trying to ask us for our tickets, and he's like, they're with me. Like, he just stares them down. So come with me. Just keep going. Don't worry about showing your tickets. So we were walking past that. This is where we're at, walking back towards the backstage. I was trying to film without him yelling at me. Okay, here we are. We walked through the backstage out into this covered area, and here are the buses. Mm-hmm. So there is Scrim's bus. They look very identical, these buses. That's in the front there. So we're going to go into that front bus, and that's where he is, and he's walking us out here. And I stopped the recording pretty quick here because I didn't want to get in trouble. And then he did say, as we walked up to the bus, before we go in, just so you know, no pictures, no video, unless Scott says, it's okay to do it or whatever. But I wasn't going to do that just because I didn't want to invade his privacy that way.
Yeah.
But I did it all the way up till we got to the bus here. And then he looks back at me and I'm like, turn it off. Now, this is after. So do we talk about our time with him now or do we wait? This is after we're done. I took a quick recording of the bus, the truck that carries, I think, their equipment and stuff like this. It says G59 Records, which I've never seen before and I thought was amazing. So they had several 18-wheelers and buses and things like that in there that carried them. So Ruby has his own bus, Scrim has his own bus. Mm-hmm. And they have people with them on. They have bodyguards with them all the time. And it was phenomenal. So
let's just keep it going.
Keep it going?
Yeah, it's a long video.
Just so you know, this is after we've already met with him and talked with him.
Yeah, and also, go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead.
Didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if there is part of the concert, about probably 15 minutes is the concert. And if we don't get through all of it, I'll be sure to play it after we're done talking. If for some reason we don't get through everything.
So we'll talk about the conversation in a bit. When we got out of the bus, we were standing there. Nick said, do you realize we were in his bus for an hour? I didn't look at the clock. Yeah. He let us stay in there for an hour until the security guard finally said, gentlemen, I'm going to have to get y'all back to your seats because they've got to get sound checked and everything. And I was like, man, I mean, it went by so fast. Yeah. For an hour we were sitting in there with him, and it could have gone on for hours.
Yeah, Scrim was very much like, I don't want to take too much of your time.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Oh, I'm like, no.
He's like, y'all probably want to go see Ghostman or something.
Dude,
no,
we're here for you.
This is why I came. This is it. That was incredible. Now, before we got back out, I said to the security guard and I said to Scrim, I said, do these passes, we had a guest pass with us. I said, do those get us onto the floor? Because I've never been onto the floor to see what this mosh pit's like. And I really love the chance as opposed to just going back to my seats. I want to sit in my seats for the show, but I want to go see it. And the security guard, the old guy, he's like, I'll get you on the floor. And he takes us out and he tells the security guard, put these two out here, let them stay out here. And they put wristbands on us. and we went out there. And people, I mean, it was like I was in person with the mosh pit, and right up next to us, they're swinging their arms and legs. And I was like, I just hope I don't get hit with somebody's arm or leg. And then everybody starts noticing who we are. That was the wild part on the floor. People started coming up to us. So you want to keep going?
Yeah. This is Ghost
The very end of Ghost Main.
Now we're
Okay,
back.
so we just finished meeting Scrim and then Ruby and everybody backstage, and them handing us a complete pile of merch. This experience blew my mind.
Do we want to tell the story of the merch?
Yeah, go.
So we come out of the bus and we're walking back to the stage, and Scrim yells out to security guard, "Hey!" And he texted Six, who runs the merch for Suicide Boys. He texted him and said, bring them some merch. And so he was delayed or something. Scrim comes back out of the bus and stands there with us. I'm like, you can go on to do your sound check, get those ear things in and do all that. He's like, no, it's no problem. Don't worry about it. I'll stand here. And we're just talking, and security guard's there. And it's like, man, it's time. Ghost Main's about to be done. And y'all got to get like ready. And Six finally comes out after about 10 minutes of a delay. And at that time, he comes up and he was super excited to see us. I can't believe he watched our stuff. Like, he's like, I love your videos. I can't believe, it's so good. It's great to meet you. And he hands us this pile of merch, these shirts.
It's like I got one of everything.
I mean, it was so nice of him to do that. Yeah, one of which I have here. That is the...
I survived a gray day.
Yep. And I've got that to be able to wear. It was incredible. So to be able to have that memory and to talk to him, and it's like, you've watched our stuff. That is so amazing.
But before Six even got there, we were standing out there with Scrim and his bodyguard, and then Ruby and his bodyguard come out of their
They were
bus.
going out for sound check to put the ear things in.
Yeah, and then Scrim was like, come here. So
Scrim goes, hey man, this is the guy.
Yeah.
And Ruby looks, and then he goes, oh my gosh, like, it is you. And I'm like, it's like he already knew who we were. And he comes up, he's like, man, I love your stuff. I really like your videos. And he was very kind. It was just surreal to me to see these two in person. And I didn't expect Ruby. I thought we'd just see Scrim. He comes out and he comes over and starts talking. And Nick's wearing a shirt. He's not wearing it today, but he's wearing a shirt that I had made so he could wear that said, my type of vacation is isolation, Ruby. It said on it, because I love that verse in that song.
Yeah.
And Ruby's like, he sings it.
He loved it. Yeah, he loved it. And then he's like, hey, want to get pictures? And so we got pictures.
Ruby's like, y'all want to get a group picture?
Which y'all saw probably at the beginning of this video. I'll put it in here also,
Incredible. And it's like, yeah, let's take pictures. And I'm like, I love what y'all do. He said, let me just tell you something. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there that just react to music, and it's just young people trying to do what they do, but they don't have depth. Like, your channel has depth and it has really good stuff on it. So I love watching your videos. And I'm like, I just can't. I just really didn't think anybody
And we'll
watched
talk more about like what Scrim was telling us a little bit later.
Incredible.
But yeah.
So this is where we're sitting back at the seats waiting for the boys. And Nick has the shirt on right there.
Yeah, and people started noticing it. When we walked back up, they were like, kind of, where'd you go?
Well,
And
mind you, we were on the floor and several people came up to us.
That's true also.
And I was taking pictures with them because they wanted a picture. And so people started seeing that. And then as we walked back up, this girl on the row ahead of us said, you went on some kind of adventure. Like, you've been gone like an hour and a half or something. And we were telling the people around us, we got to go do this. And they were like, I can't believe it. And the girl in front of me was like, what is reaction therapy? And like, what does it do?
idea.
And like, she had no clue what it was. But by the end, she loved it. And when Ruby sang the verse in this song, she turned around and pointed at Nick's shirt. And so we had fun and family and friends all around us at that point, because then people started noticing every time we got up. We had several people. We can go through those stories.
Amazing. Night of Tom's life. It's the night of my life.
Dream come
I don't
true.
need to do any more anything. It was incredible. Here's the crowd.
So packed.
Everybody's waiting for Suicide Boys. They're coming next, and we'll tell you about the experience later. But that was incredible.
Here we go. Start of the concert.
So, we'll let this go, but having already seen them in Houston, like, we knew the show, we knew what was happening. And so it was kind of comforting just to know what was going to come. I wasn't as anticipating like what's going to happen next. A lot of the people around us had not been to a show before. And so they were super excited. Everybody was pumped. So we knew when the start would happen. In this beginning, it's just my favorite song by them, their opening song. Yeah. And I'm filming and I do a horrible job. And I'll tell you in a minute, but I couldn't look and also film at the same time because I was too pumped.
Folded when it mattered most.
I folded, completely sold.
Dude, it's packed. It is so packed there.
It was the loudest concert I think I've been to, honestly. Oh, and Crystal Meth is up there doing the DJing. We got to meet him on the bus.
Yeah, he came on soon.
Regular dude, totally chill, wonderful man. Everybody was so nice here. This was the nicest crowd I could ever imagine. Here they come, coming up. I just love that intro. Look at them.
The coolest part is that we saw them both, right?
You just saw them, man.
All three.
Breeze up. Y'all, this crowd was so hype that you could tell from their performance, they were hyped from the crowd.
Totally.
Like this crowd got them going on a whole nother level.
And
we saw them in Houston. They were not this hyped.
I put in here when Scrim said that. He literally said that during the show.
It was incredible. Oh, Ruby. Look at it.
It might have been the first show we ever did. It was in that basement.
The Corova.
The Corova.
Yeah. I know.
Now look.
I feel like Tim Duncan.
If you don't know, Tim Duncan was a basketball player, played in that arena.
I don't want to speak too soon, but
Hey.
the energy here is pretty crazy.
No kidding.
Be my guest because I've always loved performing for these motherfuckers in San Antonio.
Hey. Y'all might be the loudest, most lit motherfuckers yet. Straight up.
Yeah, they were. I'll admit it.
Totally.
How he silenced
There he
the
is, right
crowd.
here. There's a moment.
What the fuck is this?
So right here, Scrim is walking around. He's looking at people. He's waving to different people. And he looks over to us and points. And I'm filming and I point back. Mm-hmm. And as I point back and I'm looking, the camera goes down because I'm not looking at the camera anymore. I'm just looking at him. But points directly to us in the middle of the flipping show, y'all.
So you'll see he does the threes, and then he'll look over, he'll start panning, he'll do the threes, it'll look like he's looking at us, and then right when Tom drops the camera, then he points to us.
Makes me tear up thinking about the fact that he's out there performing and he looked to find us there.
Yeah.
Like he saw us sitting there. Here we go.
Right there.
There he was.
He pointed at
Did you
us.
see that? Can I go back?
Yeah.
He looks over And right when that girl's hand goes up, you can see him look towards us. And that's when I pointed and the camera went down. Right here. He's looking right towards us.
He's like looking for I think he's honestly looking for us.
Yeah,
right
I think he was too. There. He waved. He's like, woohoo.
But then he did that, but then he actually... You can tell how like hard you're going.
Yeah, he was going off. So I was doing my best to get like clips. I didn't want to get like a ton of the entire concert. I wanted to get like 30-second clips.
And some of them also, you can keep playing, but some of them I chopped up.
Look at this place. Love him doing the piano. This is
so cool.
Probably my favorite of what he does, just standing there playing. That's so cool.
Young Christ.
Yep. You gotta go to this if you get the chance.
Those flames
much
you could
bass.
feel.
Yes.
They actually feel them.
Hey, San Antonio, check this out. When you guys bring the energy like this, y'all make me and Ruby's job so much more fun. We're halfway through tour, we're tired, we're sick, and then we come out here to you motherfuckers, and y'all just turn me way the fuck up.
I love it. Everybody knows all the words. Look at the guy with the popcorn thing on his head. How about that guy?
A lot of they're really good performers.
No kidding. Use the whole stage. Oh, when they got the pit going in a circle. They're like, you're going to run the entire song and do not stop. And they did. It was a huge circle. He's throwing his water out.
This video did not do it justice.
No,
Like,
especially the sound.
almost got here.
And they were carrying people, the crowd surfing, all the way to the front. They'd get them into the security. They're trying to get them up front here. And then they'd run them around to the side and let them just go back into the crowd. Yes. Everybody went nuts here. Was it Paris?
Oh, yeah.
Is this one?
Where they go backstage for a few minutes.
They go backstage, the flames are going, and then they come back out. Throwing shirts. This is so
See all the lights just like going everywhere. Also, I have to tell you that without spoiling much, Scrim was a little sick.
Yes,
Like,
yeah, we can tell you about that.
And so, like,
Never showed it.
to see this
Performed
you
like
would never know that.
he was 100%.
It's
Yeah.
crazy that.
I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be that. Can't see my codeine, I'm smoking nicotine. Pills in my cuisine, I'm fucking Christmas way. Christmas bag, suicide, renegade. I'm always up in my brain. Coming my skin with the day. I don't fuck with skillers, no drug dealers, stealer with the sealer, sicker than always drunk. Bitch get checked, great fuck down up. Chopper make the way, watch me flex. Y'all just second best, never second best.
Okay. When these two walls of people clash into each other,
This was
Where
so
they
crazy.
split the aisle.
if you see anybody fall down, you fucking stop what you're doing and you help them back up, okay?
You might have seen
Oh,
it
that
right
was
there
it
too.
again.
If you see anyone
I
fall
was so
down, you
upset.
fucking stop and you
That was where he saw me again. I say me. I'm so selfish.
No, it's
It's
okay.
almost like my own experience here.
It's all you.
This is the coolest part. Like most time parents try to fulfill their children's dreams. Nick is kind of like, Dad, this is the, like
See,
me.
There's a clip at the end of this that when I said
It was just so true. Like it was like I was the little kid who was just having a field day. But he walks over, he looked over, and I had raised my fingers up, and he did the same right back to me. And that's when my camera went down again. Man.
Also, I'm apologizing right now. I just realized my mic was a little low the whole time, so you'll still be able to hear me, but now you should be able to hear me better.
help them back up, okay?
Right here.
Okay, he sees this again. Going through.
Say it again. If you see anyone fall down, you fucking stop and you help them back up, okay? Secondly, listen the fuck up. Don't fucking move until the goddamn beat drops.
He's so tough. I don't want to mess with him.
And like,
And he's such a sweet guy when you talk to him. I could never do this. This would scare me to run into people like this.
Don't you fucking move!
He's just. There we go. Look at
it was nuts.
Especially in the pit area. Make sure you're checking on the person next to you. Make sure everybody's all right. We all family in this motherfucker.
We all brothers and sisters in this motherfucker. Grade 5-9 takes care of each other, alright? That's what we do. G59 takes care of one another. That's what the fuck we do.
Especially the bananas.
Especially the fucking bananas.
There's a guy in a
So with
banana
that being
costume.
said, we about to slow it down. If you happen to know the words to these songs, we're halfway through the tour. My voice is shot, his voice is shot. So we would appreciate if
You help us sing the words.
please.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
That was loud. So much louder than you hear it here.
Love this one. You would never think the title of the song is what it is.
What is this one?
Man, so good, bro.
San Antonio, I need you to give me everything you got. Give me all your energy on this shit.
So good.
Shout out to all my people at the top. Holy shit.
Look at all the people, all the way up. They're big arenas, man. From last year to now.
I think it's Antarctica. I think that's what this song is.
I'm a walking visual, you push. Unforgivable, once you cross me. Now you a motherfucking stay that down. Pow, like a gun, bang, no shake, your game, insane. Savage standing on my face, great, hey. Place your mouth behind the box, fuck a bag, fuck a cop, even if the game hot, watch me bust.
Oh, what is it? Play me some of that.
Everybody just knows all the songs.
And also,
I'm so impressed.
in between all the songs, they always sometimes have like a little mini skit they do with each other.
So entertaining.
Everybody in the pit, sing it.
Yeah, people in the pit sing, and then people in the
crowd.
seats, and then everybody.
And then everybody.
Some more, loud.
It's really cool. They really included everybody.
You from a balcony, pulling the blue long chairs next to the ice chest, stuff 2 grams to the blood that we live through. I'm getting on by a bitch who I don't know her name, don't change. Again, 6 body shot, but nobody with the heaven. Now say how, when I'm tripping with the weapon, gotta get the bills of me up because of my depression. City of the question, Ryan with the Smith and Wesson, got a motherfucker, guess what? Just up the shoulder, and I'm the rider. Poppin' sands will make you mad. I know you want to say it up.
So many songs. They're just getting decent. Look at this spot. They're just going out of the car. Girls getting knocked around. Guys getting knocked down. Guys with shirts off, just pushing, shoving, kicking. Is that fun?
Some people like it.
I'd be scared.
That's not for 50.
It's not for old men.
But before we do,
I wanted to look at all you motherfuckers and thank each and every one of you for coming here tonight!
The finals.
Yeah, we missed a speech from Scrim.
I don't think you videoed it.
I didn't video it. I think I just wanted to take it in.
Yeah.
That speech is phenomenal about mental health and about, being in a bad spot.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't apply to you, great. But he said if it does, then just recognize there is help out there. And we talked so much about that one-on-one. There they go. Lowering all three of them down. It's so sweet.
Crystal must gotta love that. Go down with them.
Yeah. Here we are at the day after. This is the morning
Sad.
after the show. Suicide Boys, grade A, San Antonio, Nick.
So sad we have to leave. I don't want to.
I know. I was Me dressed either. for It was work, an experience. heading back to work.
Like no other. We will never forget it. Memories that last. Things that we've been able to show you, things that we didn't get to show you, but we can tell you about. But long story short, we are grateful. Like I am grateful. That was such an experience, dream of a lifetime.
Yeah,
Facts.
for real. We're so blessed to be able to do stuff like this. 2 years ago, we never would have thought that we could have
Didn't know
done
who they
anything
were.
Like this, so
And on top of that, Nick said it last night. He said, Dad, I'm glad that I'm able to see you have a dream come true. Normally it's the parent going to get their child to meet somebody and to have an experience. We reversed it where he was like, this means more to you than it does to me. So
Yeah.
thank you.
yeah, it was super cool to me too.
Yeah.
Just meeting those people were also down to earth, also chill. So cool.
So nice. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed all the videos that came with it. And can't wait to see you on the next
Reaction
Therapy.
There she was.
There it is. And to show you, because I wore this hat and was able to get him to sign this. I don't know if the camera can even see it, honestly. But he signed this on here. My brother Tom, love you, Doc. Scrim, because he'll call me Doc. He calls me Tom now. I'm blown away. Really is a first name basis.
Yeah.
And a friendship had started here. And, I call him Scott and he calls me Tom, and we message and stay in touch. And I don't know what we want to say about the time on the bus.
I don't know. We got 5 minutes. Well, what
Nick
can you wrap in 5
says
minutes?
5 minutes. There's nothing I can wrap in 5 minutes.
We
With
could-
all the time we spent on this bus.
We can't say everything we talked about just because it's.
Just to begin with, I just want to tell you, when we got on the bus and there was Scrim, and I went up and immediately he just hugged me. And that's the kind of guy he was.
Hugged me too.
Just to embrace. And Nick and I sat down on the couch and he sat at the table. He was making coffee in his Keurig, and he's like, y'all want some coffee? You want water or anything? And, made us feel so at home. The bodyguard sits at the front of the bus by the opening the whole time. He just stays there. And we sat and chatted, and he was telling us he wasn't feeling good. He just didn't know what it was. It was probably worn down from all this touring, but you could not tell in the performance. And we just talked about life. We talked about performing. We talked about my past, his past, our relationships. We talked about the channel. He asked Nick about the channel and how it's going and what's happening. Nick asked him questions. So
Yeah, I asked him. I wanted to know what he's seen of ours, and he said that 9 or 10 months ago, his manager brought us
Kyle
to him. He said, there's a therapist that reacts to your music, and he's like, no way. And so ever since then, he said he's watching our videos, and he says anytime they drop anything new, he always looks for us. One of the first people he looks for.
Anytime
which is
they drop
nuts.
a song, he goes to look to see if we reacted to it.
And he'll just go. He said he was going a couple days ago. He went on our channel and was looking through things. And I'm like, that's great. Never thought that he saw it. And he's like, I think probably artists see reaction channels more than you think.
Yeah.
Might not seem like we don't think anybody sees our stuff, but I think more people. He's like, more people see it than you think, which is nuts.
Yeah.
But
And for me, just how genuine he was, how honest he was, how real he was. There's a lot of stuff we talked about that I wouldn't talk about in public that was so so cool of him to share, and me sharing with him too. It's like we to me formed a friendship right there. And people who have met him say that, that he's so endearing and so kind, and he really is. And we've talked a lot. Basically, I have a mental health background. He has the music in his life and all of the history of what he's been through. And we just connected. We just clicked. And I think we had a really cool time together. Nick was able to sit back and kind of let me have that moment and just chat with him, which, was about a lot of stuff all over the map. And it could have gone on for hours. And I think the biggest takeaway for me was that I just said, I really appreciate you allowing us to have this time to come see you. And he said, I had to.
Yeah.
I had to once. And I think it was alluding to, once he saw what we did and he saw our message and he saw kind of how I was with my reacting, that he needed to meet me and he needed to see us. And so it was just really cool to talk about his life and wanting to be able to see each other again. And I'm sure we will. And we've stayed in touch since. We text back and forth with each other. And it's wild. It blows my mind, but he is, like people will say that have met him, he is Scott. And I think it's kind of cool to have your own identity that's outside of that performing piece that's there for him.
Yeah.
We talked about the future for him and, for me and just life, because we're in two different life stages. And I'm probably as old as his parents, at this point. But it's really kind of cool. It's like it was a cool bond.
Mm-hmm. He said he said up before the show, he was like, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all. And then when we were there, he's like, I couldn't wait for the show. Like he was like, I couldn't wait to see y'all. And I'm like, that's crazy to think.
That is literally the
and
coolest thing.
He's like, no, y'all are the celebrity now. I'm like, no, we're not. Like,
yep.
So he looks at us like on an even, like you think like people with that much success are just way above, but he looks at us on an even like field. Like he just looks at us as like two guys, and that's just so cool.
And my hope is that in the future we get to have more contact with each other. I told him I would love to sit down and talk more and spend some time together, and I would love to have more of what our relationship is come out into the public and be able to talk about real issues, because he's got a message that needs to be spread everywhere, and I want to be able to be a part of that and help him do that. And so there's more to come with this, especially after this amazing beginning. So I can't wait to see what comes next. And Ruby was super honest too, and very gracious and very interested in what we do as well. So I'm not discounting the possibility that maybe we could get a conversation to put out in the future sometime. So fingers crossed, 3's in the air.
Yeah, and just want to say that there should have been pictures that we took also that are probably thrown in this video somewhere, maybe at the end, maybe at the beginning. I'm not sure yet, but so we did our best to video everything we could for y'all. I know y'all wanted to see it, so hopefully y'all enjoyed. Anything else you want to say?
Yes, I want to say a super special thanks to Scrim, because without him, this is not happening.
Yes.
I'm grateful to Daniel in the beginning introducing the Suicide Boys to me. I'm grateful to all the people at Reaction Therapy who have cheerleaded the Suicide Boys mission we've been on to look at their music. And I am so grateful to Scott, who is Scrim, to take the time to be a regular guy like he is, to welcome us in, to be so kind and generous, and to, form a friendship with me. I really care about him, and it's only gotten stronger just by seeing him in person. So thank you, Scott, for taking the time to be there for me, to spend time with me, to, make me feel at home, and to the beginning of a friendship. And thank you to Ruby for being so gracious. And thank you to Six for the merch and for being such a cool guy. Thank you to Crystal Meth, who came in the bus and was just chatting with us at one point about some of the merch. You don't know, but Scrim actually loves fashion. So he's created his own line, his own merch line. And he said when it dropped last time, it sold out in an hour. And he's creating this new one that's about to drop. And I don't know, it's just very hard to get. So we got to see some of that. And then to the bodyguard too, thank you so much. Really, all of y'all were incredible and so gracious. Like we were just blown away. Thank you.
Totally. Thank you so much. Once in a lifetime kind of thing for for us.
I'm good.
So,
I love
yeah,
that.
as Tom said, I'm good for life now.
That's right.
We could be done now, and that would be good enough. But yeah,
Till
so
next time,
hopefully
for sure.
y'all enjoyed, and yeah, we will see you next time, and see you on the next
Reaction
Reaction Therapy.